So let me guess. You didn't have an emergency fund.
No.
So let me guess. You were going on vacations instead of having an emergency fund.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, no, you cannot afford a vacation. If you do not have an emergency fund that is able to cover things like a brand new HVAC thing, then no, you cannot afford to go on a vacation. It's as simple as that, because not having an emergency fund is an emergency, and it shows here why, because now you're paying 10% on it, which means they're guaranteeing a 10% return on their investment to giving you this debt because you wanted to do this. And you purchased a home without having an emergency fund. That's a recipe for disaster. You're lucky that only this has happened. When it comes to owning a home, bunch of can go down.
And this is what happens. Like, I think there were stats out there showing that a lot of millennials regret buying a house because they didn't do their due diligence into actually understanding what goes into owning a house, right? When you go and buy a car, you understand that you got to change the brakes, you got to maintain the car, you got to do oil changes. It's the same thing politically as well. When you vote for somebody, this is the thing I'm trying to avoid in politics. I don't want to hear people being like, I didn't know this about this candidate. Well, did you look for the information, or you just wanted the information to show up at your door and be like, ta-da, look at this person here? No, you have to actually seek information. This is why Frederick Douglass said a man that can read is forever free. It's not the fact that you read, it's the fact that you seek knowledge is what makes you a free thinker, a free man. The ability to seek information, right? This is why media is so dangerous, because the media can control exactly what are you exposed to and what you're not exposed to. But if you're a self-taught person, if you're a self-directed person, you can seek information for yourself. Look, the same way she didn't do her due diligence into finding out, hey, what goes into owning a house? Why would someone pick a new house, a new construction build versus a house that's already on the market? What's the difference? What's the cost? What's the trade-offs? This is financial literacy. Financial literacy is pretty much resource management, resource assessment, and resource trade-offs. Why would you want to make one decision over another? And the perfect, I think, theory that encapsulates decision-making is game theory. Check it out. But I digress. Let's get back into the video, because now it's going to start getting interesting.
Yeah, I see that now.
And yet, you've chosen still to go on vacations and save up an emergency fund, because I know how much is in your savings, and it's not that much.
But I just feel like, it's for the experiences. You gotta live sometime.
How about the experience of you maybe losing a job? You have all these debts, you can't afford your mortgage, it goes into foreclosure, then you die on the Walmart floor and you're 85 because you only saved up $5,000 by the time you were getting into your 30s for retirement. What about the experience of that?
Consequences matter. Consequences matter, right? She kept pulling money out of her 401k, aka hurting your future retirement, right? For stuff that you want now. And I think I can encapsulate this whole thing is delayed gratification. This is why people who can delay gratification are more successful than people who can't delay gratification. This is a problem, right? And this is also what's going on in our politics too. We want instant solutions when instant solutions does not exist in reality. That's people suffering from imagination. And this is the thing I'm trying to point at. And then this is the thing that Thomas Sowell later in the stream, because stick around for that, because that's the main event of this stream. But the whole point is consequences matter, regardless if you knew of it or you didn't. If you didn't know, and I'll still put the onus on you. This is personal responsibility. This is how conservatives should think. I actually do think that, hey, if I do make a mistake, if I do it, I suffer the consequences of that mistake and I learn from it. But a lot of people, and especially these people who like social justice stuff, they're like this lady. I see that now. After she suffered the consequences, that's when she want to recognize, damn, maybe it was a bad choice to go on all those vacations when I could have been sitting down, investing my money, saving my money. No, I want it for the experiences. Right? The same way people vote. Oh, he said he can forgive student loan. Oh, we didn't even get to her student loans yet. But I digress.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want that to happen.
No, I don't want that to happen to you either. I don't want that to happen to anyone.
No one wants anything bad to happen to them. But end of the day, you can't control that. That's one thing Stoicism teaches me. Or like, as you guys know, I'm a Stoic. I can't control what happens to me. I only can control what? How I respond. And I know I only can control what's up here. That's the only thing I can control. I can control who's watching. I can't control who likes the video. I can't control who comments. I only can control that I'm putting out the video and I'm speaking to the mic. That's all I can control. So, hey, how can I better prepare for when things do not go my way? And I think if we had more, like if more people can get into that mindset or that mental model, I think we'll be better off as a country. We'll be more resilient as a country. If a politician come up and say, hey, look, man, we're going to go through some tough 4-8 years, but at the end of it, our kids are going to thank us and our country will be better off for it. We just have to sacrifice 4 years and come out of it with sunshines and rainbows. But no one's willing to do that. That's delayed gratification. And I blame our culture because our culture, TikTok and all this stuff, we get into this microwave mentality where we want things fast. We want things now. To the point where there's these debt payment plans where I forgot the name of one. Like you want to buy more expensive stuff, but you know you don't have the money, so you go, oh, I'm gonna go on a payment plan so I can get the stuff that I want because I want it now. But it hurts you in the long run. Future you is cursing at you in the present because you made a decision to benefit present you that hurt future you. And this is what we do every day in our country. This is the trade-off we make every single day in politics, in society, and in our culture, right? We want something now, regardless if it hurts future citizens, future Americans, and that's the trade-off I see we do every single day. We just, kick the can down the road. Oh, okay, that's not going to be on my problem. I'll let future me worry about how I'm going to afford retirement. And then future me at 85 years old is going to be crying, oh my God, we didn't make enough money. But you're going to forget all the times you went on vacation that you could have been saving the money. That $3,000 you pulled out, you could have been using it for investing, but instead you wanted to go shopping because you wanted the experiences. Is this irresponsibility? And then when they suffer the consequence of their ignorance and irresponsibility, they want the government to bail them out. It's the same thing with banks. I agree. We shouldn't be bailing out banks, but the banks fall into this mentality too. Oh, the government's just gonna give us taxpayer money, bail us out, and guess what? The government's gonna be wanting something in return. Hey, I think we want you to censor a certain somebody on Twitter, right? Oh, hey, I don't want you financing this company here. Oh, hey, I want you to get on board with this ESG stuff. Nothing is free in this world. That's what my mom used to tell me, right? There's trade-offs for everything. There's a trade for everything. Someone may not want money from you, but they may want your vote. They may want your time, right? There's a lot of things of value that's not monetary. But I digress. I think I've been rambling a little bit too long.
That's the point of the show. The experience of this, dude, if we did this the right way from the beginning, you'd be going on vacations now and experiencing those without having the debt of death behind you. Okay,
so I actually have like 2 trips coming up, but after that, I'm going to be done.
Can you cancel them?
Cursed her out. Hey, I would curse her out too. If this was my daughter telling me this, I'll curse her out too. I'm like, yo, no. You ain't having no fun. Delay gratification. F those 2 vacations. Buckle down. Build up a savings. But this is the kind of mentality that we fall in as a culture. Because she's in my generation. We're both millennials here. We're both 27 years old. And I just have a different mindset about finances. I have a different, I guess, belief about how you should operate in the world. Right? I'm willing to delay gratification. I'm willing to, hey, I want to sit here, hunker down, save up money, limit my vacations, right? Drive my 2017 Honda Accord until the wheels fall off, right? Because I don't need a new car, right? But this girl, she had a car for 10 years and she was like, I'm going to get a new one. And this is how you get yourself into trouble. But I digress.
No, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean,
what's the status?
Trying to justify her bad.
I've already paid for the flights.
Did you have flight insurance?
No.
You sure?
You
didn't click the little thing at the end where you paid like an extra $20 to be able to cancel them eventually. Where are you going?
I'm just going to like Houston and then New York. So it's just going to be little trips, but
Did you drive or fly down here?
I flew down here. I'm not going to drive.
Could potentially be cheaper, depending. I don't know. It really depends. I'm sorry, where was the second one? Florida? that what you said?
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
I know you could do that drive. That's a quicker drive from Nashville. No. Well, no, you shouldn't be doing any of them, to be very clear. I'm just trying to save you more money. And then you're going to pay for hotel accommodations. And then you're going to pay for food. And bullshit expenses, correct?
No.
Oh my God! This is what would have Essentially, this is what our government do to us too, right? Let me tell you, the Caleb guy is us, like the conservatives or the people who say, "Yo, we gotta limit spending," and then this is the government. Oh well, we'll do it after this time, right? We're gonna send one more spending package to Ukraine, one more time, and then we'll stop. And then it's always, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Dog.
You're not.
Oh my
It can't
God.
even be a choice. It shouldn't be a thing that you're doing now, but you already paid for it. You don't have to wait to get out of it. So it's what I would do for the Houston one.
It's canceled.
I would.
So I think I made my point. Just please just do this.